I'm slacking off at the office, playing a game. Then I notice my mouse cursor has escaped the screen. Huh? Did I reward myself too hard last night and now I'm hallucinating? Without thinking, I move the mouse and give it a light click. My water cup instantly shatters on the floor. I'm thrilled. This mouse can actually control real objects. This is basically telekinesis. I quickly move the cursor onto the 100,000 yuan I just withdrew from the bank. I right-click out of habit, and a menu pops up out of thin air, identical to my computer's mouse functions. Instinctively, I click copy, then paste. The next second, an entire stack of cash appears out of nowhere. I stare at the pile of money, hardly believing my own eyes. It actually worked. I'm so excited I could jump, because I know I'm about to reach the peak of life and marry a rich, beautiful woman. But the next second, I notice the serial numbers on the bills are all identical. I pull out another bill to check. Same number again. That basically makes it all counterfeit. If I use this money, I'll get caught sooner or later. So how am I supposed to get rich? Reluctantly, I aim the mouse at the pile of cash and force myself to click delete. Then I start testing like crazy. I move the cursor onto a pen, click copy, then paste. A pen instantly appears out of nowhere. I pick up the copy and scribble on paper with it. It's identical to the original pen. While I keep testing, the pretty director has somehow ended up standing right behind me. I've been so absorbed in messing with the mouse's new power that I never got around to closing the game I'd opened to slack off. Kevin, slacking off again? That's the third time this month. Do you even want this job? With that, she grabs my hair to yank me up. I quickly raise my hand and knock her wrist away. She snaps, "Hey, have you lost your mind, Kevin? Don't think I can't get the principal to fire you." And she isn't bluffing. After all, the principal is her father. I say defiantly, "Go ahead, fire me." As if I'm scared of you. She says, "Oh, look at you, Kevin, growing some backbone. You're almost 30. Where do you get the nerve to raise your voice at me?" As she speaks, the mouse in my hand has somehow aimed itself at her. I right-click, forcing down the urge to hit copy and paste, and instead notice a details option underneath. Details. What does that mean? As my finger clicks it, Vivian's information instantly pops up. Seeing me go silent, she says, "Say something, did you hear me?" I say, "Stop throwing your father's weight around. Don't you know your own character? And let me tell you, I'm about to get rich. Driving luxury cars, living in a mansion, I might even consider hiring you as my secretary." Ha! Kevin, are you trying to kill me laughing? With your track record? Outside this school, you're nothing. Let me tell you, Kevin. If that day ever really comes, I'll get on my knees and sing you a love song. Oh, hold on, let me record that. Say it again, dare you? With that, I pull out my phone and switch on the camera. I pointed at the pretty director who pops into my head every time I reward myself. What's there to fear? Vivian, say it right here. If Kevin, after leaving this school, ever really gets to drive a luxury car and live in a mansion, I'll strip naked and sing for him. Good, you said it. I've got it on record. Everyone here's a witness. You'd better back it up later. I turn off my phone, giving her no chance to argue back. I toss my staff badge onto the desk. I quit, effective today. Vivian, just wait. In a few days, I'll pull up in a luxury car to take you home and make you sing that song for me. Under her mix of scorn and shock, I stride confidently out of the staff office. Once outside the school gates, I head straight for the nearest antique market without looking back. I've already figured out my money-making plan. If my mouse can show item details, then appraising antiques makes me unstoppable. Gripping my unstoppable mouse, I arrive at Panjiuan Antique Market. Looking at the endless rows of stalls, to me they look like an untapped gold mine. I pretend to stroll casually, secretly working the mouse from inside my pocket. Only I can see the cursor. It glides freely through the real world. It sweeps over stall after stall, until a mysterious book worth 100 million yuan. I rush over excitedly, but before I can pick it up, a man beside me grabs the wooden box and flips open the lid. Inside sits a jade seal carved with a dragon pattern. Ooh, nice seal. What's the price? Good eye, my friend. Look at the inscription on the base. Mandated by heaven, may it bring eternal prosperity. This is the Imperial Jade Seal, made from pure He's jade. If you like it, just 100,000. He's jade? The Imperial Seal? This vendor really has some nerve. If it were really the Imperial Seal, the guy would have crowned himself emperor by now. I check the details with my mouse. Cheap dyed rock, prolonged contact may cause skin irritation. Just as I thought, this vendor thinks everyone's a fool. Nobody in their right mind would buy this. But the next moment, something shocking happens. Deal. I'll pay by card. Ha ha. Great, you scored a real bargain today. I'm stunned hearing this. Wait, someone actually bought it? What about the box I had my eye on? Here, keep this too. Sure, it looks worn, but it's a treasure in its own right. We've got a connection, so it's on the house. Ha ha. Much appreciated. But then the man's eyes drift to the bottom of the box. And there it is. The 100 million yuan book my mouse had flagged, and he pulls it right out. Now I've completely lost my chance at it. Just as I'm about to give up and walk away, I see the man flipping the book over, looking it up and down. Then he says to the vendor, "Refactoring, improving the design of existing code. Is this an antique too? Huh? Isn't that a modern book? Why does my mouse say this thing is worth 100 million? Did the mouse glitch?" It reads, "Fortune hidden within these pages. A mysterious book worth 100 million. Market value 100 million yuan. But what if someone's about to take it?" The vendor says, "Ha ha, that's just for propping up a wobbly table leg. The man puts the book down. Using this junk as a table prop? What a waste. Here, just toss it, I'm leaving. I step forward immediately. Sir, can I take a look at that book? You want to see it? Hold on, let me check it first. Seeing my sudden interest, the vendor grows suspicious and starts flipping through it page by page. He finds nothing unusual inside. Only then does he hand it over. Careful, young man, this is an antique. Sir, you've clearly lost your mind. There's a publication date printed in the back. It came out just 2 years ago and that guy was ready to throw it away as junk. Then why do you want it? I studied computer science. It's right up my alley. Come on, how much for the book? Seeing how badly I want it, the vendor grows suspicious again. He snatches it back and examines it even more closely. This guy's sharp. He couldn't have actually noticed something, could he? Is there a rare stamp hidden inside worth 100 million? Just as I'm nervously watching his every move, he tosses the book back to me. Just give me 300 bucks. Not an antique, but it's out of print. I don't waste any time. And pay right away by scanning the code. Onlookers murmur, looks like a coding book. Out of print? What out of print? Xinhua bookstore sells it for a few bucks. Look, he's grinning. No, he's cracking up. Something's up with that book. Young man, did you just score a huge bargain? Was my grin that obvious? The book isn't an antique, it's just an ordinary book. I don't quite get it. The book's own value is clear at a glance, which means the 100 million yuan value must be recorded somewhere inside it. I flip through page by page. The pages are clean, no notes, nothing obvious. Is he searching for something in there? Is something hidden inside? But that can't be. The vendor already checked, and found nothing. After flipping through dozens of pages, I suddenly stop, pinching one page between my fingers. In the blank margin at the top, someone has written a line in blue ballpoint pen. A string of numbers and letters. I read it character by character, completely baffled. What is this thing? Some kind of code-breaking puzzle? Is the 100 million hidden in this string of letters and numbers? What could it possibly be? Just then, a bespectacled man beside me suddenly widens his eyes. He pushes his way over. Young man, I'm quite interested in that book. Would you sell it to me? Is it out of print? Does it have collector's value? I've already checked, you can buy it brand new online. It's not out of print at all. I own a copy myself. If you like it, I'll sell you mine, 1,000 bucks. Watching how worked up this guy is, I'm a little surprised. An ordinary book, and someone's begging to buy it, when the vendor already confirmed. It's neither out of print, nor worth collecting. In that instant, thoughts race through my mind. I think I'm onto something. Why now of all times, right when I land on this string of numbers, he suddenly wants to buy it? Is this a coincidence, or exactly what I suspect? You really want it? I really like this book. How much are you offering? 10,000. Too low. What do you think is fair? Would you pay $1 million? Without hesitation, no problem. Now I'm certain, what he wants isn't the book at all. He saw this string of characters and that's exactly why he wants to buy it. I still don't know what the string actually represents, but this guy clearly does. Not only does he know, he clearly understands this string is valuable, very valuable. Otherwise, why would he pay $1 million for a single book? The crowd gasps, $1 million? Have you lost your mind paying $1 million for a book? The man says, if you'll sell, we can settle it right here. Come on, it's just a worn out book. Everyone thinks he's out of his mind, but some sense something is off. Isn't this guy actually trying to score a bargain himself? This book must be special. Would someone willing to drop $1 million on a book really be a fool? Good point, but there's really nothing special about this book. The crowd racks their brains, but nobody can figure out the reason. I suddenly point at the string of letters and numbers. Your real target isn't the book at all. It's this you're after, isn't it? The man says nothing, but clearly I've hit the mark. This string is exactly what he's after. And that's strange, because paying $1 million for a string I've now openly revealed to everyone doesn't make sense. So many people here have already seen it. Why pay for it now? And the fact that you're still willing to pay $1 million for something this many people have seen proves this string is worth far, far more than $1 million. Hearing this, the bespectacled man grows anxious inside. He knows he moved too fast. He shouldn't have offered such a high price. He shouldn't have shown so much interest in the book, either. Now I've caught on to something. He thinks, but what else could I have done? Other than claiming I like the book, I have no other excuse. And no matter what excuse I give, it'll sound flimsy. His heart burns with anxiety, yet he already senses he may not get the book after all. He says, you're overthinking this. I genuinely like this book. It has nothing to do with any characters, and honestly, I'm not even sure I want it anymore. Tell you what, flip through every single page. Let me check if the rest matches the current published edition. If it's identical, then it has no collector's value at all. Your scheme is so loud I could hear it from half a mile away. Let me break it down. Your real target has to be this string of characters. But since so many people have already seen it, even if it were priceless before, now that everyone's seen it, it should have lost its value. Yet you're now asking me to flip through the rest of the book, which means there might be more strings like it further in. Once I'm confident in my guess, I nod, hold the book upright, making sure only I can see its pages, and start flipping through. Sure enough, I spot another string. More than 20 pages later, another string is written in ballpoint pen in the top margin. This one is long, a full 3 lines. What on earth could this be? You could read it out loud, and I'll help decode it. Do you really take me for a fool? Do you think I won't figure it out if you stay quiet? With hundreds of people here, are you the only one who can crack this? I'm the one who scores bargains. Nobody scores one off me. I'm now fairly certain the book's 100 million yuan value lies in these two strings. 100 million is a lot, but I'm in no rush. Let me ask my dad. He's a programmer too. He'll definitely understand this. Wait, I'm a programmer myself, but this string doesn't look like code. It's getting late. I'll go find a tea house and take a break. Everyone can head off now. With that, I walk straight toward a nearby tea house. As for the two strings in the book, no rush. I'll figure them out eventually. I walk away just fine, but some people are left in agony, like the bespectacled man, or the crowd of onlookers, more curious than cats. Some are already on the phone, asking what these characters could possibly mean to be worth $1 million, as the call goes out. Meanwhile, in a lavish mansion, Marcus, a partner at a leading AI tech company, is testing his own product when the call interrupts him. He's irritated. Marcus, take a look at this string for me. What does it mean? He frowns. A string? You've got too much time on your hands. I'm in the middle of testing. The caller laughs. Well, you're the only programmer I know. Nobody else would get this, so you're my only option. Send it over, stay on the line. Marcus opens the message and looks at the string. One glance, and it feels familiar. Who sent you this? It's written in a coding book. Just tell me what it is first. Interesting. At first it just looked familiar, I wasn't sure. But since you say it was written in a coding book, I'm about 70-80% sure now. Come on, spit it out. This string should be a Bitcoin public key. Bitcoin? Are you sure? Pretty sure, 70-80%. And it's easy to confirm. Give me a moment. He hangs up and opens his browser. He goes to a blockchain lookup site and types in the string. The page loads instantly, an English interface appearing on screen. 10 seconds later, Marcus sucks in a sharp breath and lets out a curse. Good grief. There are over 280 Bitcoins in there. Just 200 something? That's not much. Not much? Buddy? Please do me a favor and actually look up the price of Bitcoin before you say another word. Forget it, don't bother looking. Bitcoin is trading at 60,000 a coin today. Hearing this, the caller is floored. That expensive? Then 280 coins would be 16.92 million. That's terrifying. 16.92 million. And buddy, that 60,000 is in US dollars. Dolly. It's in dollars? At today's exchange rate, that's over 100 million yuan. Marcus, wait, my knees just gave out. He grabs his suit jacket off the chair. Forget it, no time to explain. Get moving, meet me at the airport. Oh, and call the others too. Why the airport? We're going to find that vendor and buy that book by any means necessary. The faster the better, we have to beat everyone else to it. We need to grab it before the buyer realizes it's a Bitcoin public key. But someone already offered $1 million and he still didn't sell. That's just because the price wasn't right. If $1 million doesn't work, then 2 million, 3 million. We keep going until he agrees. Marcus, once we have this public key, can we access all that money? No. Bitcoin has both a public key and a private key. You also need an address. Think of the public key like a bank card number. It's fine to share it with someone else during a transaction. The card number itself is like the address used to transfer Bitcoin, and the private key is like the card's PIN. Make sense now? So should we still go buy it? Isn't that reckless? $1 million for a shot at this. That's probably still a bargain. Stop dragging your feet, or we'll be too late. Early the next morning, I climb out of bed, rub the sleep from my eyes, and get washed up. I bring the book downstairs for breakfast, then head straight for Panjiwan. Just as I'm zoning out, 2 taxis pull up at the curb and 8 men climb out. I look up, still a little dazed, until the group walks right up to me. One smiles and greets me. Hello, sir. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Marcus. The others introduce themselves one by one. There are too many, I can't possibly remember all their names. Wait, you know me? I saw you buy that book at Panjiwan yesterday. We're very interested in the book you bought from that street stall. Why don't we find somewhere to sit and talk? I give a short nod, already understanding. They've come straight for the book. You're here for that string of characters, aren't you? That's right, what is it? They all go quiet, none of them answering right away. Just then, a few more taxis pull up and more people step out. They scan the area, spot me instantly, and hurry over. Hello, sir. Within just a few minutes, dozens of people have gathered around me. Their clothes look ordinary at a glance, but they're all high-end brands, and everyone carries a quiet, confident air. Clearly none of these people are ordinary. I even suspect each one is a leading figure in their own field, and it seems they all already know what the string is. Am I the only one who doesn't? I feel a bit frustrated, but then my expression shifts. Something just clicked. I turn to the crowd. One person starts to speak. Ah, sir, I raise a hand, cutting them off. Don't say a word. I look at the crowd again, and the next moment a wave of chatter erupts among the onlookers. Instantly it all makes sense. Young man, you've just struck it rich, over 100 million. That string in the book you bought yesterday is a Bitcoin public key. Whatever you do, don't sell that book. Don't sell it. These people are all here to swoop in for a bargain. The first one who showed up, that's Marcus. He's a partner at a top AI company. That one next to him looks like some famous influencer. The guy on the left is a tech company partner. No wonder none of these coding heavyweights are saying a word. I thought they hadn't noticed the string. Turns out they all did. Every last one of them rushed over, hoping to score a bargain. What a scheming bunch. Everyone, please go home. This book isn't for sale. With that, I turn and walk off. My tone stays polite. Chasing a bargain is only human. If I were in their shoes, I'd do the same. There's no right or wrong in it. Hearing this, the crowd immediately follows after me. Voices overlap. Sir, that book is useless to you. How about 2 million? 3 million? You're just as much a bargain hunter as we are. If you won't sell, it's just because the price isn't right. Why don't you just name one? Honestly, there's nothing to hide. I'll just say it plainly. That string is a Bitcoin public address. You might not know much about Bitcoin, sir. So let me give you a quick rundown. Honestly, I don't know much about it at all. Go ahead then. Bitcoin has a public key and a private key. That string yesterday is the public key. With the public key, anyone can look up its information, including transaction history and how many Bitcoins are in the account. Sounds like you've already looked up what's in that account. We did. There are 280 coins. Today, Bitcoin trades at $60,000 each. My expression doesn't shift. I already know the total is over 100 million. At 60,000 a coin, you can work out roughly what it's worth. But that's only what you can see through the public key. To actually own it, you need the private key. Without the private key, you can see the coins, but you can't touch them. This book only shows the public key. Whether the private key exists too, nobody knows. Sir, what we're buying is really just a chance. Who said I don't already know? There's another page further in with another string written on it. But can you even be sure that string is the private key? It might just be another public key. Without actually logging in, you'll never know if it's the private key. Fair point. 10 million. If you agree, we can get a lawyer right now and complete the transfer in person. He isn't trying to exploit an information gap against me. He isn't playing dirty tricks like that other guy earlier. There's no need for that. He's not a fool. If anything, he's smart. And since that's the case, he's negotiating openly. If the price is right, he really might close the deal. Of course, they're taking on risk too, just as he pointed out. The second string I found might just be another public key, not the private one. If that turns out true, their 10 million would go straight down the drain. But if their bet pays off, it's worth 100 million. Sir, this 10 million offer is only valid right now. Only while you haven't tried logging in yourself. So if you want to make this deal, we should stay together from this point on so I can be sure you haven't secretly logged in to check whether that second string is the private key. What a sly move. If it were me, I'd sell in a heartbeat. 10 million in hand is real money. Who knows if that second string is really the key? I look at him with a flicker of admiration. I have to admit, this man is skilled at psychological tactics. If I didn't have my system, I might genuinely be tempted right now. But there's no if here. Since you already know me, you should know I'm a professional bargain hunter. Bargain hunting means betting small to win big. 10 million is tempting, sure, but I'd rather take the gamble. Since you've said that much, pushing further would be poor form on my part. Here's my card. If you ever have questions in this area, feel free to reach out anytime. Thank you, though I can't sell it to you. I can satisfy your curiosity. I'll log in right now and show you all. Under the crowd's anxious stares, I slowly take out my phone. I log into the site and enter the key. Instantly, my eyes light up. So, did it work? Is it the private key? Can you log in? Say something. It works. I hold up my phone, showing everyone the Bitcoin account now fully logged in. No way, it actually worked. 280 coins. Everyone freezes in shock. And here I was actually feeling sorry for him for not taking the 10 million. I'm such an idiot. This is actually real. A book bought for 10 yuan just made over 100 million. Good grief, why does it sound like hearts are shattering all around me? Would you consider selling now? I glance at the recent price trend. It's steady, nothing volatile, so I just close the page. Nah, I'm not short on cash. Not selling, it might go up even more. I'm off, everyone. With that, I pay them no more attention and head straight back into the antique market, watching me walk away, replaying the moment the account came up on screen. Everyone there can't help but pound their chests in regret. Damn it all. I should have just offered 50 million straight out, pure regret all around. Meanwhile, I've just walked back into the antique district when I spot two people hurrying past. Turns out a nearby scrapyard received a whole crate of antiques yesterday mistaken for junk. Everyone's rushing over to grab a piece. A whole crate of antiques. I have to check this out, and my mouse is perfect for appraising it. By the time I arrive at the scrapyard, a crowd's already gathered. I end up squeezed right in front of a dog. Unable to push through, I crouch down and pat the dog's head instead. Without meaning to, my cursor lands right on the dog's bowl. Dog bowl. Market value, 300 million. Good grief, this dog bowl is worth 300 million. I have to get my hands on it, but I can't make it obvious. After waiting nearly 2 hours, the crowd finally thins out. Only then do I turn to the scrapyard owner. I heard you've got quite a few antiques here. Mind if I take a look? You heard about the crate too, huh? Anything good left? You're a bit late, most of it's already been picked over. It's all inside. Pick whatever you want, 5,000 apiece. Just pay when you're done. A flat price for everything. This is really a test of expertise. But with my mouse, I've got nothing to worry about. I step inside, surprised to find there really are quite a few good pieces. A vintage Rolex pocket watch, market value 8,000. Of course, there's plenty of junk too, even some convincing fakes. This owner's shrewd, clearly cashing in on the antique crate rumor. Fool as many as he can. The antique world really runs deep. Fine, I'll grab a few pieces. Good cover for what I really want, the dog bowl. As I walk out carrying an armful of items, the crowd that trailed in to watch is stunned. Look, he actually bought stuff. Are those all genuine antiques? Guess we really were too late. These are old pieces, sure, but not worth much. Well, might as well not leave empty-handed. Let's swing by the antique district after. I've already checked every single item, and now walk out with a handful of pieces. By now the owner has finished cooking, sitting on a stool eating, a black mutt at his feet chowing down noisily. That very bowl is the one I'm after. 15,000 total. Sure, I'll pay by scan. By the way, you don't have anything special left, do you? Something special? Actually, funny you ask. I do have one thing. Want to see it? Surely this owner doesn't already know the bowl is valuable. What's this special thing? The owner points, gesturing at a stone propping up the open-air stove. More precisely, a stone steely, broken clean in half, with each piece propping up either side of the stove. Good. At least it's not the bowl. There's writing carved on this stone. A few resellers wanted to buy it earlier, but I refused. Why not sell? They weren't offering enough. Not even enough for a decent drink. I won't drag this out if you like it. 20,000 and it's yours. 20,000? Alright, let me take a look first. I walk over, crouch down, and look at the stele, its surface caked with grease, only the rough outlines of the characters visible. Impossible to make out exactly what it says. I crouch and quietly aim the mouse from my pocket. Item stele inscribed by Li Zicheng. Though damaged, it holds tremendous collector's value. Market value, 3 million. Good grief, this really is a treasure. And an inscription by Li Zicheng himself. Its material value might be modest, but its historical worth is undeniable. This owner does have decent instincts. Sir, pull that stone out for me. I'll take it. Sure thing. And he isn't lying. Earlier stall vendors who came to browse had already seen this stele. The highest offer anyone gave was 300 yuan. He refused, even though he had no idea what the stele actually was. But it's got writing on it. If there's writing, it might just be an antique. So every time someone came to browse, he'd bring it up. Though most showed no interest at all. This time he'd only mentioned it in passing, and it actually sold. Now he half regrets not asking for more. Whoa, sir, this dog's got some nerve barking at me like that. Watch it, or I'll steal your food. Just as I'm looking for an opening, the dog barks, giving me one. I take the chance and crouch right down in front of it. Ha ha ha. Didn't expect you had a funny side too. Come on, finish your food. Ha. I bet half a bag of spicy chips. You can't out-eat this dog. Hey now, don't get sore about it. I might just stew it later. Meanwhile, all my attention is fixed on the bowl. It's made of iron, sure, but the shape is bizarre. Called a bowl, yet oddly shallow, round and flat and enormous. Nearly half a meter across with two protruding handles on either side. It resembles a frying pan but isn't quite one. The handle design is distinctly old-fashioned, the kind only found on ancient vessels. You little troublemaker, still barking at me? Sir, is this bowl for sale? The dog bowl? The owner glances at it, momentarily sure he's misheard. You're really fighting the dog for its food bowl? He wants the dog bowl? Good grief. His taste really runs that strange, huh? And true to his word, he actually means it. Ha, poor dog, unlucky to run into this guy. But the owner thinks, wait, these people out here are sharp. Did he notice something odd about this bowl? Let me take a look first, hold on. He pulls the eating dog aside, and picks up the bowl to inspect it. Worried he might miss something, he even pours its food into an old crack bowl instead, before continuing to inspect it. Sure enough, careful scrutiny turns something up. Uh-oh. The underside of the bowl has a string of numbers and a name carved into it. Even someone with zero knowledge of antiques would know this looks like a modern handicraft. Ha ha ha, this bowl's been in my family for generations. If you want it, 5,000 yuan. Passed down through generations just to feed the dog. What a solid excuse. The crowd around us bursts out laughing, unable to keep straight faces. Of course, everyone thinks it's just a joke. Nobody imagines I'd actually buy the bowl. I don't even bother reacting. Let me see it. Ha, it's filthy. I'll just hold it up for you. The owner clearly doesn't want me to touch it directly, because once handled it's obviously a modern piece. If that's exposed, the sale falls through. No worries, hand it here. Once in my hands it feels remarkably heavy. Definitely iron, and quite thick. Over a centimeter, easily. Solid all the way through, otherwise it wouldn't feel this heavy. The whole surface is smooth, worn shiny in several spots. On the bottom, a string of numbers and a name. Zhao de Bao, 012,103. I have no idea what this means. Item: Western Zhou Bronze Shija Basin. Quality, excellent. A national treasure lost among the public. Seeing what the mouse reveals, I freeze on the spot. I blink and look again. Yes, it says bronze. But this is clearly iron. How is it registering as bronze? What does this even mean? Is the mouse glitching? Even though I don't fully understand what's happening, this obviously isn't the place to figure it out. I steady myself, then ask the owner, where did this come from? Passed down through generations, heh. Alright, spare me the story. I'll take it. You'll take it? Then it's settled. I said 5,000 earlier. Yeah, 5,000. The owner thinks, good grief, is this guy made of money? 10 times the price, still fine. Maybe it does look somewhat old. But that bowl has an engraved name and a string of numbers underneath. However you look at it, this isn't an old piece. Could he really just be doing this to spite the dog? Rich people and their strange quirks? Well, the money's right, so the service follows. Once I transfer the payment, the owner eagerly rinses the bowl clean with tap water. then scrubs the grease and dust off the steel too, thoughtfully finding a bag to wrap the bowl before handing it over. Sure you don't want to look around more? I've got plenty more inside. Rarely does he meet someone this generous, so the owner tries pushing the rest of his stock on me too. No need, just help me carry the steely to the door. Sitting in the car, I sigh with relief. I'm finally rich. Once I have time, I'll definitely buy a car of my own. Meanwhile, I keep glancing at the big iron bowl sitting in the passenger seat. Is this thing really bronze? I turn it over, examine it from every angle, but it looks nothing like bronze, let alone a Western Joe bronze piece. Fine, I'll figure it out later at home. I head back to the tea house in the antique district. Passers-by nearby are shocked. No way, he actually bought the dog bowl. That's absurd. Could that bowl actually be an antique? What antique? Honestly, none of what he bought today seems normal. 2 rocks and a dog bowl. Are you sure he's actually scoring bargains? The crowd is baffled. My moves seem thoroughly bizarre to everyone watching. Meanwhile, in a private room not far away, a renowned artifact expert lifts his teacup, only for it to suddenly slip from his hand and shatter on the floor, startling the 3 colleagues with him. Dr. Joe, are you all right? But Dr. Joe seems not to hear at all. Still staring intently at the basin a young man nearby is examining. His eyes don't blink once, his whole body frozen like stone. Dr. Joe, are you feeling unwell? He swallows hard, and forces out a single word. National treasure. What treasure? The lost national treasure. It's been found. What? Are you sure? That young man, I saw it, he just bought a national treasure. Overwhelmed with emotion, his words come out jumbled, unable to explain clearly for a moment. Finally, steadying himself, Dr. Joe collects his thoughts. I heard that young man just came from a scrapyard, where he bought a dog bowl. That bowl is the national treasure. A dog bowl from a scrapyard. Show me, quick. All 3 rush over, eyes practically glued to the bowl. They scan every inch of it, wide-eyed, missing nothing. The moment they see the name and the string of numbers on the underside, all 3 of them start breathing hard in unison. There's no mistake. This is part of the treasure trove that scholar Zhao Dabao handled during the southward migration years ago. 012,103. Let me call my father, have him check exactly which piece this is. With that, he pulls out his phone and calls his father. He speaks quickly, relaying the string of numbers, then hangs up and waits quietly for the callback. Why would this young man buy a dog bowl in the first place? Why would he choose to buy something like that? Did he actually recognize what it was? Impossible, there's no way he could know. Recognizing it seems out of the question. But his eye is sharp. Genuine treasures seem to have nowhere to hide from him. He probably doesn't know the full truth of this piece. My guess is he was simply drawn to the shape of the vessel, sensing it might be an old artifact. But surely he can't have identified exactly what it is. If he could tell that much, he wouldn't be human. Enough talk, let's buy it now. Right. Young man, is this for sale? I'll offer 10,000. 10,000? Just 10,000? Isn't that the bowl he pried away from the dog? Oh, you gentlemen recognize this treasure? You're all well-versed experts? Mind giving your professional opinion? Good grief, he just bought this from a scrapyard. It still had dog food in it moments ago. Honestly, the dog was eating just fine. And you go buy its food bowl right out from under it. Have some decency. Ha ha ha. Well, it's rather nice looking. We don't actually recognize it. It just looks nice to us. As for it being a treasure, we couldn't say. Nice try, trying to swindle me. Ha. Well, seems I overestimated you, gentlemen. In that case, I'll just open it up myself. Open it? What do you mean? This should just be an iron shell coating the outside. The real piece is underneath. Though whoever welded this iron shell did excellent work. The seams are sanded smooth, invisible. Wait, let me cut it open and see. I grab the bowl and take up a carving knife to cut into it. Damn it, if he actually cuts through, the piece will be ruined completely. No, we can't wait any longer. Young man, name your price for this. I'll offer 1 million. Not selling. What? 100 million? My hand freezes mid-cut. The others are equally stunned. What's happening? 100 million already? Do you even know what's inside before offering 100 million? You're treating money like it's nothing. You're really offering 100 million? Yes, 100 million. Young man, just nod and I'll transfer it right now. Do you even know what this is? No idea. Ha, I don't believe that for a second. You jumped straight from 10 million to 100 million. If you really don't know what this is, I'll eat the bowl myself. So young man, how about my offer? I don't bother responding to him. With a light but firm push, the sharp blade slices through. Wow, 100 million. This kid's got nerves of steel. Nobody can match that. Good grief, there really is something under the iron shell. Huh? Still black underneath? Must still be iron? Look, there's writing on it. The surface is dark and glossy with an inscription on the inner base. This is genuine. It's Western Joe. Its full name is the Western Joe Bronze Shija Basin. You even know its exact name? Ha, this is a treasure among treasures. I imagine you all already knew. Young man, I'm the president of our Antique Collectors Association. I'll offer 400 million for this piece. Deal? 400 million? 100 million more than what my mouth showed. Now that's a genuine surprise. All right, sold. With my nod, 400 million lands in my bank account almost instantly. But just as I'm about to keep hunting for bargains in the antique district, I turn around and find myself surrounded by eyes as hungry as wolves, every single one fixed on me. Forget it. I'd better head home first and figure out what else this mouse can do. On my way back, I discover to my delight that the mouse can freely edit the stats of just about anything. Looks, physique, wealth, all editable at will. This system is unbelievably powerful. I try to boost my own combat power to tens of millions, but the next second, the mouse throws an error. Current mouse level 1. Combat power cannot be edited. Here's what's currently available. I check the system panel. My own name, age, height, weight, all editable. Even looks and charm can be changed. But there's a catch. Only 2 edits allowed per day. Alright, let's start with wealth. Bargain hunting all day is fun, sure, but the money comes in far too slowly. Worst of all, I have to stay wary of drawing attention. I pull up my own stat panel. I set the wealth field straight to infinite. A passing neighbor, seeing me grinning like an idiot, assumes I've lost my mind, and shoots me a pitying glance. My grin twists even wider, but just then, a woman of stunning, otherworldly beauty appears up ahead. Guys everywhere stop in their tracks to look, and I freeze too, staring dumbly. Her face is flawless, yet her air is cold and aloof. Wait, isn't that Elena, the campus's legendary beauty and student council president? Every guy's dream girl, but sadly, Elena gives no one the time of day. Famously proud and distant. I pull up Elena's personal stats. Name, Elena. Age, 20. Height, 168 centimeters. Weight, 44 kilograms. Looks, 99. Wealth, 2,315,231. Should I try bumping her affinity level up to 100? Just as I'm mulling over whether to adjust her affinity, a group of bleached hair punks suddenly jab a finger in my face. You think a woman like her is even in your league? I laugh. I'm handsome enough, aren't I? Handsome? As handsome as me? I size him up. Solid 80 out of 100, not bad at all, but comparing us, I still win. I rub my chin thoughtfully and nod. What good does handsome even do? Take a good look at what I'm wearing, what people call a Rolls Royce you can wear. Worth 200,000, something you couldn't afford in a lifetime. Forget your outfit. I could buy an actual Rolls Royce on a whim. Ha ha, anyone can talk big. Talk's free, ha ha. Since you don't believe me, how about a bet? We bet on whether I can actually buy a Rolls Royce. Oh, how does it work? If I can afford it, you donate your car. If I can't, I'll donate everything I own. The punk hesitates, thinking, could this guy secretly be some kind of tycoon? He doesn't look the part, though. Still, despite his doubts, he agrees readily. Ha! Buying one Rolls Royce? I could buy the whole dealership if I wanted. Let's go then. Soon the whole group arrives at the Rolls Royce dealership. Are you here to purchase a vehicle? A receptionist greets us warmly. I'm not here to buy a car. Ha! So you're admitting defeat then? Not so fast, kid. I calmly pat him on the shoulder. I'm not buying a car. I'm buying the entire dealership. What? Everyone freezes in shock. Buy the whole dealership? Madness. The cars alone are worth hundreds of millions. The punk can't resist a jab. Don't push it. Why not just buy the whole street while you're at it? Sir, if you've got no real business here, please head out. Get your boss out here. I'll talk to him directly. Sir, please don't cause trouble. Disturbing my boss during his break will cost me my pay. Don't worry, just give me his number. I'll handle it myself. Clearly this guy's just here to make a scene. The number's right there in that card holder. See for yourself. I grab the card and dial the number on it directly. Hello, who's this? Hello, sir. I'd like to buy your Rolls-Royce dealership. It's not for sale. I'll pay top price. 1 billion. 1 billion is a downright outrageous number. Yet he agrees without hesitation. You're not just messing with me for a laugh, are you? Once the call ends, I look up to find several jaws hanging wide enough to fit a fist. You're really spending 1 billion on this dealership? This guy's probably just showing off. Soon the actual owner arrives. Who's buying my dealership? Was it you? I want to buy your dealership. Let's talk. The price I quoted, 1 billion. Not a cent less. 1 billion, no problem. Let's sign the contract. The punk grows puzzled, thinking, this isn't going at all how I expected. The dealership owner hesitates too, unable to fathom what kind of background someone would need to have 1 billion in cash on hand. This can't be right. This isn't how things are supposed to play out. Through my system, I transfer the full billion to him. Sir, pleasure doing business. Seeing the bank notification, the owner's heart soars with joy. Learning of our bet, the owner turns to claim the punk's car right away, while I head back to the staff housing compound. Right at the entrance, I spot a man and a woman. The man is my old roommate, and the woman is presumably his girlfriend. This is my girlfriend, Mia. Pretty, isn't she? Mia is genuinely stunning, and every man watching eyes him with envy. So still no girlfriend of your own? My old roommate asks, dripping with smugness. It's obvious he's heard about me quitting and came here specifically to gloat. I can't stand this smug act of his. My girlfriend couldn't make it today. Ha! Or maybe she's just too plain looking, too embarrassed to show her face. His exaggerated smirk gets the crowd nearby chuckling behind their hands. His girlfriend chimes in. Isn't it normal she's not as pretty as me? No need to feel inferior. Fine, since you're all so eager to see her, I'll call my girlfriend over right now. I spot Elena, the campus beauty, quietly reading by the field nearby. I take out the mouse, aim it at her, and instantly set her affinity toward me to infinite. The next moment, a new phone number appears on my phone. I pull out my phone and dial it. Nearby, Elena feels her phone buzz, and the moment she sees my name on the screen, her eyes instantly light up. Darling, she says, her voice suddenly soft. That tender tone stuns everyone within earshot on the field. Oh my god, when has our campus queen ever spoken like that? Nobody ever mentioned she had a boyfriend. I tell her, come to the staff housing compound. Okay, I'll be right there. With that, Elena hastily gets up and hurries this way. The moment everyone sees her walk in, their eyes nearly pop out of their heads. But the instant she spots me, Elena's cold expression bursts into a bright smile. This is your girlfriend? My old roommate can barely get his words out straight while I just smile. Something like that. What do you mean something like that? I am your girlfriend. Seeing me not fully confirm it, Elena gets flustered, shooting me a pouty, wounded look. Good grief, our campus queen is actually chasing after a guy. What could this guy possibly have that I don't? Aren't I just as wealthy? Why wouldn't she pick me instead? I heard you quit your job. Doesn't that mean you can't stay in this compound anymore? Let me help you move your things. Everyone stands there dumbfounded. Is this really the same cold, aloof campus queen? Right now my old roommate and Mia look like a couple of clowns. Everyone's attention is locked on Elena, and even my old roommate stares at her, dazed. He thinks to himself, if only she were my girlfriend. Imagine the bragging rights. For a moment my vanity is thoroughly satisfied. Alright everyone, let's wrap this up. We've got things to take care of. With that, under a crowd of envious stares, I take Elena's hand and head straight inside to pack up my things. Today's basically Kevin's send-off then. Tell you what, dinner's on me. Consider it a proper farewell for Kevin. My old roommate suddenly speaks up, having just thought of the perfect way to save face show off. If he can't win on girlfriends, he'll crush me with money instead. Darling, let's go for a big seafood dinner. I heard about this place with amazing reviews. Sure, it's nothing pricey, just a few thousand for the whole meal. It's on me. I don't so much as acknowledge him. Instead, I turn to Elena. Let's just grab street food instead. Sure, anything's fine as long as I'm with you. Street food? That's hardly sanitary. A woman should treat herself better than that, Mia adds, waving her hand in distaste. My old roommate chimes in to back her up, but I ignore them both completely, pulling Elena along and heading straight out of the compound. You idiot, you jerk. Who are you calling names? You're just some broke loser with a pretty girlfriend, that's all. Can you even afford to keep her? You folks waiting for a rideshare? Need a lift somewhere? The next moment I press the car key with a grin. An instant later, headlights flash, and everyone freezes in shock. But my old roommate quickly composes himself, shooting me a scornful look. What are you all staring at? That's obviously the real owner showing up. Better step aside. With that, he awkwardly opens his own car door, muttering under his breath. This is stressful enough, but better safe than sorry. I'll move it just in case. Yet, after waiting a good while, the supposed Rolls-Royce owner never shows up. This leaves him thoroughly confused. Huh? Where exactly is the real owner? I already moved my car out of the way, so why hasn't he shown up? Get in, Elena. The next second, I simply open the Rolls-Royce door myself. Watching this, my old roommate gapes, utterly stunned. Never underestimate anyone. I tried staying low-key around you all so you wouldn't feel pressured, but you insisted on pushing me to show my hand. That very day, I even managed to drag down the price of gold. Looking at the balance on my phone, I don't even hesitate. I send my mother 10 billion right away. That night, I hit the most expensive nightclub in town for drinks. And so my routine settles in, days spent diligently copying gold, nights spent at bars chasing women. Soon my cash reserves blow past what most people call a down payment. I become the new wealthiest man alive. Luxury cars, mansions, beautiful women, more than I can count. I even order a manned weather balloon. I ride it up to an altitude of tens of thousands of meters. Looking down at the earth from up here is absolutely breathtaking. Soon I spot a particularly nasty little island down below, and without a second thought, I quietly take out the mouse and move my finger toward the delete button. The next second, the island is about to be wiped clean off the map. But suddenly I hesitate. Just making it vanish like that feels almost too easy. Fine, I'll show a little mercy. So instead, I click cut. The next second, the island vanishes instantly, but I don't rush to paste it anywhere, choosing instead to call my assistant once I'm back home. Hey, arrange a trip to the Arctic for me. After hanging up, I think to myself, dropping that island in the middle of the Arctic ought to be quite entertaining. While waiting for the arrangements, bored, I head back over to Panjayuan once again. Waiting is waiting after all, and it's been a while since I've used the mouse to hunt for bargains. I run through appraisals one by one, quickly scanning every item at the stall, and when I spot an item flagged at 890,000, I pause in surprise. Didn't expect the very first stall to hold something this valuable. Hey young man, why are you spacing out? Are you buying anything or not? If not, move along. I shoot the vendor a startled glance, then scan the stall again, a wave of excitement rising in me. My heart races with joy. Right, there's supposed to be something worth 890,000 here. Let me find it. I'll buy something. Sir, how much for this jade pendant? 50,000. This is an extremely ancient piece. I check its details. Item, jade pendant. Material, quartz. Era, modern. Condition, worn but poor quality. Summary, industrial waste. Market value, 2 yuan. My mouth twitches involuntarily, but I say nothing. I set the pendant back down, selling a 2 yuan trinket for 50,000. This vendor's heart is truly black. But good thing I've got my mouse. I pick up each item one by one, pretending to examine it carefully, while secretly checking the mouse's appraisal each time. Oh, there it is, ha ha ha. Finally found you. I aim the mouse at an incense burner next. The details appear. Item, incense burner. Material, iron, copper. Era, modern. Condition, worn, average quality. Summary, slightly better than junk. Market value, 9 yuan. Scrap value, 6 yuan. Nope, not this one. I move the mouse off a nearby vase. The cursor happens to brush against a worn piece of cloth lying underneath the vase as padding. Details instantly appear. Item, cloth. Details, handkerchief belonging to Empress Ma, founding empress of the Ming Dynasty. Rare woven fabric, out of production. Era, 5th year of the Ming Dynasty. Condition, worn. Quality, average. Summary, a piece worth collecting. Market value, 890,000. I've now checked nearly everything at this stall, and the only truly valuable piece turns out to be this old rag used as padding. I set everything else down. Scan the stall once more at leisure, then point to the jade pendant beside it. Actually, I like this one. What's your lowest price? I already told you. This is an ancient jade piece. Someone offered 80,000 for it a few days back and I still turned them down. No luster whatsoever, dull grayish tone, lifeless. And it even has visible air bubbles inside. The material's clearly too new, the bubbles too fine, the coloring uneven and the carving stiff and unnatural. This is obviously fake at a glance, don't try that story on me. The mouse already confirmed it's a fake, so I just throw out some jargon I remember from antique novels. And it instantly stuns the vendor. After a long pause he nods rapidly and gives me a thumbs up. You're clearly the real expert here today. 99, it's yours. Now we're talking. Alright, grab me some cloth to wrap it in. Don't want it getting chipped or scratched. I won't take advantage of you either. Let's just say this cloth is worth 1 yuan, round it out even. Use my own cloth to wrap it instead. That won't do. Everything here counts as an antique. This cloth may look worn, but it's a kind of antique too. If it fell into the hands of someone who really valued it, I'd sell it for at least this much. What? Does this guy actually know the cloth's real value? You're selling a scrap of old cloth for 20? Sir, that's a bit unreasonable. 20? What are you talking about? If this fell into the right hands, I'd sell it for at least 2,000. Heh, but I like the look of you today, so just give me 200. This guy's heart really is black through and through. I'll give you 20. Take it or leave it. If you'll sell at that price, I'll take it. If not, forget the whole thing. 20? Selling it for 20 still nets me 1950 in profit. Trying to outwit me? You're still a rookie at this. Fine, since I like you, 20 it is. Anyone else, and they wouldn't walk out with it for under 190. Deal. If I weren't worried about someone else spotting this jade treasure, I wouldn't spend even 1 yuan on this cloth. Alright, let's settle up. In this trade, it's always cash in hand, goods in hand. Here, keep it safe. Good grief, bargaining a 50,000 item down to just over 100? Is that even reasonable? Once the deal's done, I walk a short distance away, stop, and pull the fake jade pendant out of the cloth. I toss the pendant straight into a nearby trash can, then pause to look at the shop in front of me. Nothing beats the thrill of flipping a bargain for profit. Welcome, feel free to browse. Do you have an appraiser on hand? I've got something valuable here. I'd appreciate it if you could bring in an expert to take a look. If the price is right, I'll sell it right here. What exactly needs appraising? This. The shop owner, a woman, thinks to herself. He walked in empty-handed. What's there to appraise? She says nothing, and unfolds the cloth. Usually whatever's wrapped in old fabric like this is some kind of antique, yet she flips it over again and again, convinced she must be missing something, examining every inch of the cloth carefully, over and over. Finally she looks at me, suspicion in her eyes. Where's the item? It's this cloth. The cloth? This is what you want appraised? Yes. An original piece once used by Empress Ma of the Ming Dynasty. Hold on, let me make a call. Hey, I've got a piece of Ming Dynasty fabric here, rare, out of production, familiar with anything like this? Alright, hurry up, I've got a customer waiting. Have a seat for a moment, my contact will be here shortly. He lives close by, won't take long. I nod and take a seat. The woman pours me a cup of tea. I thank her and take the cup. The moment it's in my hand, my finger instinctively clicks the mouse. The details appear at once, seeing the teacup's market value at 60,000. I pause in surprise, take a sip, then pretend to inspect the cup with a knowing eye. Quite generous, using antique cups just for everyday tea. You can tell, this piece dates back to the Qianlong era. If I'm not mistaken, this is porcelain from one of the 3 imperial kilns of the Qing dynasty. This single piece alone would fetch at least 50 or 60,000 on the market. Now the woman is genuinely stunned. Identifying the exact era and the kiln of origin on a single glance. That's no small feat. Not everyone could pull that off. I'm Sophia, and your name, sir? Kevin. You worked out this cup's history in just a couple of glances. Even many professional appraisers couldn't manage that. Oh, you must have quite the background in porcelain. I've studied it some. About half an hour later, a man in his 40s walks in. The moment he enters, he asks, Sophia, where's the fabric? Right here. This is old Chi, and this is Mr. Kevin. This is the piece. Let me see. Yes, this is definitely Ming Dynasty. It's a handkerchief, no doubt about it. The embroidery style is imperial, and it's held up reasonably well. Not a single tear, a small miracle in itself. Is this handkerchief for sale? I brought it in to sell, of course. Just depends what you're offering. 800,000. What do you think? Ha, Seems old Chi here isn't quite serious about this deal. Well then let's forget it. Wait, 1 million. How's 1 million sound? Young man, that price is already quite generous. 1 million, huh? Fine, I genuinely like this piece. If a million won't do it, then 1.1 million. 1.1 million is truly a solid offer. Are you sure? 1.1 million? Good grief, it's actually higher than what my mouse showed. I never said a million wasn't acceptable. 1.2 million. That's truly my limit. I can't go any higher. Alright, sold. But just as the words leave my mouth, my phone rings. Mr. Kevin, the Arctic trip is fully arranged. You're free to depart whenever ready. Great, we'll leave right away. Then I turned to old Chi. By the way, send me your payment code. I'll transfer the 1.2 million now. With that, under the stunned gazes of both the old man and the shop owner, I climb straight into the private helicopter waiting outside and head off toward the Arctic.